Welcome to Tavern Talk Live from Magruders Pub in Depew, New York, with your hosts, renowned children's book author Keith White Jr. and Salvatore Morocco.
Okay, I think we're live. He pointed at us before he hit the button. That's all right.
That's a good sign.
Welcome to Tavern Talk 716. I am Keith White Jr., international best-selling children's author. With me is...
Hello, I'm Duran Gomez, but everyone calls me Duran, so get used to that. That's going to be a thing. I'm a former pro wrestler, currently writing a rock opera, and I like to do everything and anything entertaining. So here I am in front of you.
And as long as I've known you, you also do lots of things that are not entertaining.
They're funny to me.
Here you go. Grab your beer here. We're gonna cheers. It's the beginning of the show. We're Tavern Talk. Boom. There you go. That'll probably be the most silence in the whole show. All right. So I have no idea where we're gonna start or where we're gonna go.
I believe you said something about Star Wars, and consider my curiosity piqued.
Oh God. Anyway, yes, I did see the new Star Wars yesterday. Wait, what's today? Monday. Yesterday. And Saturday, I saw Star Wars The Last Jedi for the first time. I had not seen it. You called me a slacker before we started the show because I just saw the new one. I saw 8 on Saturday.
And I'll go on to say better late than never.
And I saw 7 on Friday. So
that's a good weekend if you ask me.
Until the weekend, the only new Star Wars movie I'd seen is Solo, which I liked a lot.
Fantastic.
See, there you go.
Very, very disappointing that they're not continuing that because that movie was
we are the only 2 people on planet Earth that enjoyed that movie. So
I beg to differ. I seriously believe.
Oh, wait, we've got one more out here. 3 people.
I seriously believe there's at least one more person.
He's right there.
And then we found him.
See
how fast that was?
That happens quick. So I saw the new one. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I did not enjoy the middle one, 8. I did not enjoy that movie at all. So I think that helped me to enjoy the new one even more because I really expected nothing going in because I got nothing in 8, except that the Force will allow you to float through space and live.
If you're a Jedi.
Whatever. She floated through space. Spoiler alert.
She used the Force.
That was stupid.
She's one of the most powerful Jedis.
That was stupid. That was stupid.
Well, the Last Jedi was slow, much like the Attack of the Clones. That wasn't very good either.
Which one is that? I don't even know.
That's the episode 2.
2. Okay, I liked 3.
3 was phenomenal.
The ones with
I'm even a big fan of Phantom Menace, but Clone Wars was pretty boring.
You selected the Phantom Menace?
I did. I selected lots.
That's awful. That's awful.
We can't drink at the same time. That's
why I saw you look at yours, so I grabbed mine real quick and took a sip because I wanted to go first. But I did enjoy the movie quite a bit. I thought it was good. I took the kids to see it. It was at the cheap show, so we got 4 tickets, and it was like $9. It was awesome.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, it was awesome.
One bit.
We also went to the arcade at the McKinley Mall, played some games. That was a fun time. The kids all got tickets, and they were like, "Oh, I got 50 tickets. I got 5 tickets. I got 3 tickets. Let's go see what we can get." We went up there, and like the cheapest thing was like 900 tickets. I was like, "You guys can get nothing. You guys can put those tickets."
Combine their tickets.
I said, "No, they're kids." I said, "You could take those tickets and put them in your pocket and lose them before the next time we come and start over." So they all gave their tickets to me, which are in my wallet right now. Actually,
well, now you can get all of it.
I'm going back tomorrow while they're at school. And I am going to get so many little tiny candies.
Keith White Jr., the entrepreneur at its finest.
Tomorrow I'm going to be calling you, asking you how much you'll give me for some Tootsie Rolls.
I got about $10 on me right now.
Sold. Sold.
Getting back to, what was the name of the...
Getting back to, we weren't really talking about anything.
What was the name of the last installment of...
Rise of the Skywalker.
Rise of the Skywalker. I enjoyed that movie quite a bit, actually.
But don't spoil it.
I can't talk about it?
You could talk
You're
about
the only person on the planet that hasn't seen it yet.
I did see it yesterday.
I mean, as of now.
I saw it yesterday.
Yeah.
And somebody over there hasn't seen it.
Crap. Well,
there you go.
Statute of limitations is passed.
The movie is still in theaters. It's still in
You
theaters.
said yourself cheap theater.
It's still in theaters. Is it on DVD? Can you purchase it?
Those people don't count.
And I only say DVD instead of digital or Blu-ray because you buy DVDs still.
I enjoy Blu-ray.
But you buy DVDs still. You just sent me a text a couple days ago.
I'm going to discriminate against the DVD.
Okay. Let's say you sent me a text just a couple days ago. Hey, check out these DVDs I got.
Dude, Mandy for $5.
I'm not saying it was a bad buy. I'm saying you buy DVDs.
It's a great buy.
They're on VHS for $3. You would have went with the VHS tapes.
No, I don't. But I don't spend more than 50 cents on a VHS anymore.
But you do buy VHS tapes.
It has to be really good, but sure.
I've seen your VHS collection. What is really good?
I have 2 VCRs.
What is really good? I've seen your.
Well,
VHS
I started
collection.
holding on to them when it became harder to get rid of them. So
it's not hard to get rid of them. They go right in the trash can. The trash man comes, he takes them
you're not
away.
supposed to do that. You give them to the Goodwill
or you throw them into recycling. They're plastic. Out.
It's all wrong.
It's not wrong. You put it right in the trash. The guy comes, he picks it up, and he goes, "Ugh, VHS tapes," and he happily throws them in the machine.
We have enough trash. We're supposed to pay it forward.
With VHS tapes?
Yeah.
No.
Ambets has an excellent VHS selection. Oops.
Speaking of that, we are
my
here
fault.
at Magruders in Depew. While Duran fixes this sign, it fell to remind us we are at Magruders in Depew, where wings are 65 cents tonight. You can get
cheap buckets of beer as well.
Cheap buckets of beer. This is my bucket right here. It was $14 for 5 of them. You can't go wrong. Woo! All right.
Disgruntled fan out back.
I know. Somebody's upset. Is it because of the Bud Light or because...
It's because the beers are cheap.
I don't know what he said. I wasn't sure what he said. But either way, come on down to Magruders.
Pretty sure he said things we can't say on our show. So.
All right. Oh, I think I
I
know.
broke that last
I think I know who that is. You did what? Oh, yeah, you did swear on the show last week. So either way.
I've been reprimanded and it won't happen again.
Yeah. I enjoyed Star Wars. It was a good
Till the end of this show.
film. Also, I went to SmackDown Friday at the arena. Did you, were you there?
I was not there, nor did I watch it.
You didn't watch it on TV either. See,
correct.
I thought you would either have been there or you would have watched on television and pretended you were there to help move this segment along on the show.
Well,
Wait. Hey, I went to SmackDown Friday at the arena. Were you there?
Oh my God, yes. It was a terrible show.
What was your favorite match?
The one where the guy that's not getting over wrestled the other guy that's not getting over, and they were both squashed.
That was the entire show. So you see how I threw you under the bus? I went back and I let you recover, and then I threw you right under the bus. That's what WWE does to most of their wrestlers. Right under the bus.
Yeah, they throw themselves under the bus.
Right. Either way, I enjoyed that show. The beginning of that show, it was 1998 in that arena. The show opened with the NWO.
All right.
Goldberg is the champ.
You have my interest now.
See, I knew I would. So the NWO came out. I took a bunch of pictures. It was really one of the only things I took pictures of. But the NWO came out and they did a whole little interview segment. And then other guys came out.
What did they talk about?
I don't know. The Hall of Fame. The NWO was out. I was going crazy. I don't know. I wasn't. It's SmackDown. I don't know. So they came out, got involved with a bunch of other guys, and some good stuff happened. This is going well because I don't remember what happened. But
well, you were the one that was there, so I'm really leaning on you in this segment.
You just said you were there. Were you lying?
I was drunk.
That I believe. I was not, because I had my son with me, so I was not. Also, 2 drinks, a bag of chips, and a bag of popcorn was $32.
$3,200.
$3,200.
That arena's ripping people off.
Hard. It was so much money. I would have gone. I could have went and saw Star Wars like 17 times for what it cost me to get snacks at the arena. I could have made Star Wars for what it cost me to get snacks at the arena.
You would have liked The Last Jedi after seeing it that many times.
Right. No. Why?
You're right. You probably would have hated it more.
I would have hated it more. So anyway, yeah, Goldberg is the champ. I don't know if you're aware.
No, I am aware of that, and it just further cemented that WWE higher-ups have no idea what they're doing with the product, because these guys just coming. I know it happened. I know the thing is, we've always done it this way. It's going to be the argument, but you can't just bring guys back and throw the belt on them. The titles have no value.
Well, and this is the second time they've done it with Goldberg. The second time, and they took it off of Bray Wyatt. I know now we're getting into wrestling talk, which I don't have any idea if people watching this have any interest in wrestling talk. But there's probably
wrestling is sports Tavern Talk.
Ooh, this is the first time we've done sports on Tavern Talk. Yeah,
well, we touched on roller derby last week.
That's true. All right, fair enough. Now we're doing the fringe areas of sports.
Those are the ones that are the best.
Agreed. So the NWO came out. They did an interview, which was awesome, and then Sami Zayn, Nakamura, and Cesaro, who are now together as a group.
This could be good.
Came out, yeah. And I liked Sami Zayn said He told the NWO they were trying to get the rub off of them. I was like, oh, you guys just want to start with us so you can get the rub off of us. We're not going to fight you tonight.
Totally.
Which was awesome,
They're
right?
trying to get some heat.
Right, so, eventually the NWO got the upper hand and the crowd was happy. But Goldberg beat Bray Wyatt, who was super hot and did not appear on television Friday night.
Naturally, I mean, that just sounds like WWE.
He did wrestle in the dark match after SmackDown went off the air. They had a dark match with him and Daniel Bryan.
He was there, but they didn't put him on television.
Right, but he did wrestle after.
Not even to talk.
He still had his belt with his face on it. He came out with it, even though he's not the champ anymore.
Oh, wait, we're talking about Bray Wyatt.
Right, who lost the belt,
Uh-huh.
the Fiend. He came out with that belt with his face on it. He came out with that.
This is for the dark match.
Right.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Goldberg.
No. We're talking about Bray Wyatt.
Okay.
Goldberg wasn't on TV. He's probably signed his contract by like 4 matches. He's not going to be on TV until whenever, WrestleMania. No, he. They're all talking about it over there. So
They're
people are
piggybacking
listening.
our conversation.
People are listening. So he came out. He had the belt with his face on it, even though he's not the champ. And I will say though, is that Colin has a new favorite wrestler. My son is Colin. His new favorite wrestler is the Fiend. When he came out, you should have seen him. He was like the whole. He goes.
He's one of the more mesmerizing characters.
Even during the match, he goes to me. I don't know what to do. I like Daniel Bryan, and you're wearing his shirt, but he's fighting the Fiend, and that's like my new favorite anything. I was like, you cheer for whoever you want.
Would you say he's Tango Torres level?
No, we don't. There's
there's a
level,
line. There's a line.
And then there's Tango
All right,
Torres.
all right.
And then we found out that you were Tango Torres last week, and then he went down here.
Wait, so you told Colin?
No,
for
me. I just meant for me.
All right. Well, nobody cares about what you think.
No, that's fair. That's what the 2 people that are watching do.
Well, you're right. It's wrong of me to speak
got
for
2?
everyone. I just want to apologize to any viewers we have. It's wrong of me to assume that you don't like him. But let me give you my honest opinion and tell you it's true.
See, I let that air fill there be. I let you go right under the bus again. Beep, beep. That time I was backing you up on you. The show was good, though. It was the middle was not. That's where I was going with that when I started going off in all different directions. Is the beginning of the show started real hot. It was really good. And then the middle was like, my son was like falling asleep in his chair. And then at the end, he was super into it again. But there was like 20 minutes of commercials in the middle. Like right dab in the middle. It was awful. I have no idea what was happening at home if you were watching. Maybe there's video packages or something. But in the arena, it was just like...
So would you say that...
Sheamus stayed in the ring for like 20 minutes waiting for things to happen. Then he had like a 30-second match.
They probably made you believe at home that they were wrestling that whole time.
No. He came out to his entrance music, then the lights went out. It was dark in the arena, and they played a couple video packages and stuff on the Jumbotron. Then they put his music back on and showed him in the ring, which must have been going to commercial. Then they went to commercial again, and it was dark. And then the music came back on for him, and then the next guy came out. So as far as people at home thought, they probably thought he was in the ring warming up or something for 20 minutes. He was not. He was not.
So would you say you would have enjoyed it better if you were watching at home because you would have gotten to at least see the commercials?
I would have enjoyed it more if I was watching at home because I wouldn't have watched it.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I've watched SmackDown and
reruns of NXT.
I probably would have watched AEW or Impact or Ring of Honor or a million other things that are out there that are not WWE.
Or NWA.
Or
Power
NWA.
Hour.
Just Power.
Oh, my bad, Power.
Yeah, with like 30 hours at the end of it. So that was an entertaining time as well. What did you do this weekend?
I attended a chili cook-off, raising money for the Lake Effect Furies of the Queen City Roller Derby, and it was a fun time. And we got many compliments on our vegan chili, even though we lost.
Well, you lost because it was vegan chili. You know, you needed to put a little.
It had its own category.
Put a little meat in there.
Still lost.
Yeah, there was no one else in it but you.
No, we lost.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say there was a vegan chili category and it was just yours, and you still lost. And then it wasn't that good of a chili. Did you make it, or did Deb make it?
It was a combined effort.
So it was half good.
At least.
I won't say whose half was the good half, though. It was hers.
I mean, if I was in your shoes, I'd be saying the same thing. But I assure you, I contributed positively to that chili.
All right. So then, who did win the chili cook-off?
Not even a player. Just
What?
a person making chili.
Well, what's wrong with that? Maybe it was Chef Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, I didn't go look. I didn't. I was not the best competitor in this case. I did not go sample anyone else's chilies, but I was just so enthralled with how our chili turned out. I just ate our own chili the whole time.
I actually was curious how a chili cook-off works. In all seriousness, I've never known. Do you just all make chilies? Who judges? Like, is there a judge? Do you?
So you sign in and you get a sheet of paper when you show up, and you put your names on it, and you got a number, and then all the stations have their own number, and then there's categories that you vote on, and I feel like I'm back in wrestling.
I feel like I'm the only one that wants to know about a chili cook-off because people are whipping food or something.
Apparently, I should just stop talking about this chili cook-off.
See, Ron's a liar. He said I won't get involved on camera, and he just threw food at you. You, not me. 100%
I know. I totally got hit
because he wouldn't throw it at me. It's just that simple.
Might be a violent finish to this show.
So you all have a number. They test. They don't know who the judge doesn't know who made what chili.
No. Each station presents their chili to all of the patrons that come through, and so you pitch your chili, and then they take a sample of it, and then they go basically do like a circuit with all the chilies, and at the end you're able to use your own judgment on what you felt is best for each category and submit your.
You could,
response.
In theory, be like, "Hey, here, try some of my chili." Also,
here's $5 with it.
Also, there's $1 under the bowl. And
but
you can do that.
We probably had 25, 30 might be a much, but I can't say less than 25 people sample our chili. And the prize was only $50. So, like, when does it become cost effective to bribe?
Anything under $50.
So if you win and you get $1, then it's justified.
You also won. You can be like, "Suck it, other vegan chilies."
So
I win.
You get bragging rights over the other vegan chili makers.
Suck it, vegan chilies. Duran's chili is the winner, and I win the vegan chili competition because I put meat in there.
I have my own show. I have bragging rights over those other vegan cookers, and I lost.
No,
our vegan chili was the best.
You don't have your own show.
You think different? Come find me. I'm at Magruders,
where there are 65-cent chicken wings and buckets of beer, 5 for $14 right now here at Magruders. And French fries they have too, because I just got hit with one. Who are you yelling at anyway?
Anybody that didn't like my chili. Apparently there was a bunch of them because we lost.
I think I tuned out halfway through your story because I came back and you were screaming at the camera.
It doesn't matter what I say.
All of a sudden I'm like looking at my beers, I'm looking around, and you're just like, "You are funny, you come on down to Magruder." And I was like, I didn't know what was happening.
It's the juice.
Oh, that explains a lot, actually.
No matter what dosage I take, I can't handle it.
I hear you.
You see the back knee, it's getting out of hand, man.
No.
It's like the Rockies back there.
They're eating over there, but they've been throwing French fries, so I guess ruin their meal. That's the way to go.
So, cover some
Ron
wrestling.
is just, I don't know what that was. He just made seal noises. I don't know if the camera picked that up. He was making seal noises and clapping his hand. Seals must love French fries.
So yeah, that's
and
about
sports talk.
That's the most eventful thing I did for the weekend. We cleaned my turtle. We cleaned our turtle tank, and grocery shopped.
So I asked
very I won't say uneventful, but not the most eventful.
I asked you what you did this weekend, and the best story you had was I lost a chili cook-off.
That's what happened.
Nobody here was at that chili cook-off. You could have totally lied. You could have been like, "Oh, we went to this chili cook-off. There were 75 challengers. I got every vote from everybody. It was the best chili. I won the vegan chili. My vegan chili won the best meat chili. My vegan chili is actually going to be featured on the Food Network in 4 weeks on Chili Baking Championship." And you don't even really bake chili. And that's where I'm going to be. And I would have just gone, "Oh, wow. And then I probably would have went until you start screaming at the camera. But everybody out there, 1.5 people watching right now would have been super pumped that you won a chili cook-off. Instead, I have to yell at you that you lost a chili cook-off.
Well, you see, I could have done that,
Right.
and but it would have been wrong, and I couldn't have pulled it off lying like that because my name's not Keith White Jr.
So let me tell you more about what I did this weekend. So I was at this chili
Oh,
cook-off.
why do I have a feeling a lie is
I went to
coming?
this chili cook-off at the Lake Effect Furies, and my chili did so well. We raised $25 million for roller derby. My chili was so good, Gordon Ramsay took off his chef coat, gave it to me, and then jumped off the roof of the building. That's how good my chili was. Were you there? No, so you have no idea if that happened or not.
I wasn't there, was I?
My chili was so good. My chili had meat in it, and I won best vegan chili.
I wish I was at that cook-off.
Oh man, it was so good. People were eat my chili, then they would eat the other chili and spit back in the chili. They go, this tastes like coronavirus. Ugh, and they would spit in there. That's right. They would boo the chili. That's right.
How
Not
did
me.
they know what coronavirus tasted like to begin
They
with?
just know it tastes bad. And so did everyone's chili except for mine.
I'm not going to diss the beer like that.
Oh, Ron wants to talk about Corona beer being like coronavirus.
Ron, stay on your own show.
But all I heard during the Rant and Ron show was about the Sabres. I didn't hear him talking poorly about different beer brands trying to get himself sued. He just talked poorly about the Buffalo Sabres, which we will not do as I wear my goat head jersey today.
Yeah, we're lucky to have a team.
Let me tell you what else I did this weekend. Do you know that this weekend I
You had quite the weekend.
oh my
Chili
God.
cook-off. You saw all the new trilogy of the Star Wars
You didn't watch
movies.
SmackDown this week, so I forgot to tell
You
you.
went to SmackDown.
I forgot to tell you, they actually called me into the ring. And Goldberg
I can't be on
challenged
this
me to
show
a
anymore.
match. And when I refused, he just laid down and let me win. So I'm the new Universal Champion. But I gave it back, and I said, I won't accept this because I don't want to go on the road with you guys because you don't pay enough. This all happened. You didn't watch it, so you didn't see. But there are people in the crowd now saying they
You
saw
got vouchers.
it. I got vouchers for that story. You see, this is what you do when you're up here. You tell a story, and there are people out there. We're in a bar. There are people out here who've been drinking all night. I saw that. There's a guy. That's him. And there you go. And then the story's true. Now it's on the internet. It happened.
Well, I mean, that's why I'm the counterpart here, right? Because then your stories can seem that much more interesting because I'm just a boring person.
And then Goldberg ate some of my chili. And he was just like, who's next?
You
And then-
deserve to be the champ.
No. He said, who's next? And then he fed the chili to everybody.
The whole
Who's
arena
next?
sampled your chili.
Every single one of them. And
And
then
we raised another $25 million.
And then they all voted for my chili. And it was the only chili in the competition. And it wasn't even a competition. That's how good my chili was.
So did you bring
My
some
chili was so good that the
chili?
people listening probably can't hear it. But I Am a Real American is playing in the bar right now, which is Hulk Hogan's theme song. Because Hulk Hogan also was at SmackDown. And he told me, brother, that's the best chili I've ever had. And you know it's true because that's what he would say.
That is what he would say, but not to infringe on your story, but to kind of get the show moving along in a more truthful direction. Hogan didn't come out with the rest of the NWO. What's going on there? Some dissension among the ranks? If he was apparently there trying your chili.
What happened was he ate the chilies and his belly got upset because he's such a wimp. He was
yeah.
actually in the bathroom during that whole segment.
He was
in there. Yep. That's exactly what I was going to say, is that you can hear him. If you turn the volume on your TV up real loud, you can actually hear him yelling, brother. So, these things do happen, but either way, my chili was great. The moral of the story is that I had really good chili, and your chili was garbage.
My chili was garbage. I've learned this now because we lost it. Now you are further stomping my chili into the ground.
And your chili wasn't even in the same competition as mine. I could see if you lost and you were in my competition, but you were in some other competition, so. I just want to say we tried our best. And I liked it a lot. So what did you use instead of meat?
Beyond, because Beyond is fantastic. Beyond is a fantastic meat substitute, and it's plant-based and tastes delicious. So
I would have
That's
just
what we
used
use.
meat. Dude, if you put meat in there, and all these vegans and vegetarians ate it, and they'd be like, oh my god, what'd you use? And you'd be like, oh, I used not a meat. And they'd go, oh my god, and they'd eat it, and they would love it. They would have no idea.
That's very wrong.
They wouldn't know.
So, I can't speak for every non-meat eater, but if I have meat, I can tell because I get upset.
Well, you won't know. You won't get mad if you don't know. So you can't get upset.
My body gets upset for me.
But you can't get mad if you don't know.
You got me there.
He means he has to poop.
They say a man who represents himself has a fool for a client. Well, with God as my witness, I am that fool.
Shut your mouth. That was awesome.
Damn it.
That was great. You said that right when the music stopped. That was perfect. Oh. Wow. He just got beer delivery. How did that happen?
Magic.
Oh,
No, nothing for you.
That's what happens when you're in the pity party. Hey, chili sauce. What time is it?
Show's over.
It's 9 o'clock. We're going to keep rolling. We were just told keep rolling because Ron's busy eating his food. So he said keep rolling. Just keep on going. So, I don't know. Again, no preparation went into the show this week. So we're going and going and going. And now 3 different people have said just keep going and going and going. I'll go all night. I don't mind at all. As long as there's beer here, I'm
Let's
good.
get off the chili subject because I'm
She
over.
wasn't lying.
I'm over that discussion.
All right, what would you like to talk about then?
Well, we talked wrestling, we talked Star Wars. Any Marvel news? I'm a huge comic book fan, so I know that. So growing up,
Comic books are for nerds.
growing up, and you can relate to this, even though you're a huge fat jerk.
I'm
growing
not
up,
fat anymore.
growing
I'm
up
not
being
fat
in-
anymore. I am a huge jerk, but I am not fat anymore. Thank you.
growing up, comics weren't cool. We were actually considered nerds back in the day. It wasn't cool to like comics, but now all of a sudden, the whole world loves. Well, not necessarily comics, but at least the comic book characters that we were in love with as children. So it's a really crazy time to live in, and all we have coming up is Scarlet Witch. Have you heard any Marvel news?
What about Bloodshot's coming out? It's not Marvel, but it's comic books.
Valiant, and I barely learned all the Marvel characters growing up. I was specifically into the X-Men, and I really tried to, because I don't have that much mental capacity. I don't know if you could tell that or not, but I could barely learn all the storylines that took place in the X-Men. So just let it go.
What about the New Mutants? That's X-Men.
Those little punks with the cannonball?
I don't even know what that means.
Shut up. Anyway.
You ask me about Marvel. You say, hey, let's talk
Oh,
about Marvel.
New Mutants, the movie.
Yeah, the
Oh, I
movie.
thought you were
What are
talking
you
about
talking
X-Men.
about?
Well, they're offshoot X-Men.
Yeah, but
So I
you
thought you
say, hey, blah,
I thought you were
blah,
just being a jerk
You're
again.
like, blah, 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 comic books, blah, 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 comic book movies, blah, 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 Scarlet Witch, that's it. What do you got? So then I name, what about Bloodshot? Blah, 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 no. What about the New Mutant? Blah, 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 no. Do you just want me to talk about the movie with what's-her-face?
That's not a good start.
What movie were you Scarlet Witch?
No,
What
let's
are you
talk
talking about?
New Mutants. I'm sorry I dismissed that. My apologies.
Black Widow, that's what I was thinking of. Black Widow's coming.
Oh, I said Scarlet Witch.
You said Scarlet
That's
Witch.
my
You
bad.
screwed me
I
up,
meant Black
see?
Widow.
You screwed me up.
That's what you get when you don't plan.
It still would have happened. Scarlett Johansson, thank you.
That
sir.
might be where the confusion came in.
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson is.
That New
perfect.
Mutants, like I said, I am an X-Men fan, and that New Mutants is technically an offshoot of the X-Men, and it's supposed to be a horror. They're still going through with that, though.
They are absolutely comes out in April.
I mean, it looks good. I want to see it. And you know me, I dismissed mostly all of Sony or Fox X-Men.
You also dismissed me when I brought it up.
Well, yeah, it's easy to
Moments
do.
ago.
Well, what do you do to me every time I talk?
What you talk about is stupid.
Only half the time.
And the rest of the time, I listen to what you have to say or pretend to listen to what you have to say.
I thought you were going to say, and the rest of the time it's dumb.
No, I wasn't going to be like that. That's not. I've been nothing but nice to you this whole show. I said anything other than anything nice to you.
My chili sucks.
Yeah, I could have said way worse.
Half of what I
Way
say
worse.
is stupid.
Yeah, not all of it, just half of it. And you said,
He's been nice to me this whole show.
absolutely, I could have said everything you say is stupid, and your chili was absolute garbage. I didn't say those things. I just thought them in my head. Anyway, The New Mutants looks awesome. It is a horror movie. It looks fantastic. And you wanted to talk about Marvel, so I brought that up. All I know is it looks awesome. I don't know anything about The New Mutants. I literally know nothing about them other than one of them has a hat. Oh, here we go. Jay, this is
Celebrities
Jay.
on our show every week.
All right, here's Jay. Come on
We
in.
can't
Hey, I don't think
swear.
you're on camera. Why don't
It's
why don't
just
you
a
grab
thing.
a chair or something? Come on in, Jay. Here you go. Oh, he's tearing the place up.
Let me get that.
He is tearing the place up. We're knocking over lights. We're knocking over everything.
Here.
I don't know why Ron would call Jay of all people to come out here, but this is what's going to happen to us here.
Not even in the frame. Sit in the middle.
Come
In
right
the
over here,
middle.
buddy. Yeah, there we go.
All right. Here, I know you got a lot to say, so.
We're talking about whatever you want to talk about. Join in. That's why I was surprised that Ron got you in here. You have a very much a potty mouth.
No, I mean, we gotta make it real here. What do we
And
got?
Duran walked away, so if you want to take his seat, you're more than welcome.
That's better.
You were almost sitting on my lap there for a moment, so
No, I got real confused when Duran left in the muscle shirt.
yeah, he's looking good, isn't he?
He's fucking looking sexy.
He's looking sexy.
Yeah.
So Jay, you own Wise Guys Pizza in South Buffalo.
I do.
Yeah, put it up a little bit. I can't hear you. You gotta.
Oh, all right, I'm putting it up to my
There
mouth.
you go.
Joe, don't you talk dirty to me, you bastard.
Yeah, that's Jay that owns Wise Guys. Ron is like doing jumping jacks about the fact that you own Wise Guys because he loved your food.
Yes.
He's got something or other. He's got your picture hung on his wall.
I've had a lot of pie in my day too.
He's got your picture hung on the wall. He said. In his dining room is a picture of you hung on Rant and Ron's wall. So if you ever go into Rant and Ron's house, you'll see a picture of you hung on the wall.
I'm on a lot of people's walls. So.
Oh, you're definitely on Rant and Ron's wall. No. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not in the dining room. It's in his bedroom. He said on the wall. I apologize. So he keeps waving at me.
Right now, it's amazing.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you keep the mic by your mouth, Jay, so people can hear you.
Dude, keep it.
I
It's
know.
the first time I've been on the show.
This is the first time that Jay's been on camera. He's a little gun shy.
I'm a little gun shy. I brought my kid, Dylan.
Oh, you
come here,
did?
bud. Dylan, Joe, tell my kid to come here.
Yeah,
Dylan, come here.
Ron really liked your pizza place for sure. He said.
Glad someone
I don't know why
does.
he told me to tell you because you're right here and he's right there and he could have said, "Hey Jay, I like your pizza place," but he was like, "Hey Keith, tell Jay I like his pizza place."
That's all that matters.
So he really likes it. That's why he hung your picture up on his bedroom wall.
Everybody hangs my picture on the bedroom wall, except my wife, my ex-wife. She's not hanging that on there anymore.
Not anymore.
She got somebody else's picture on the wall.
Well, maybe he wears a J mask.
Yeah, maybe, or maybe not. You know?
You know what's funny is you own Wise Guys, and we used to go there when we were kids.
Yeah, no, that
Big
is.
pizza.
It's definitely crazy.
For anybody who hasn't been there, it's on Seneca Street, South Buffalo. Wise Guys Pizza, and I actually had a birthday party there once when I was a kid, and Mike gave me the Death of Superman. You ever hear of this story? Mike gave me the Death of Superman comic book, and he'd also bought himself one, and he didn't want to open his because it came in a bag with all kinds of goodies. So he opened the one that he gave me, and then he used a glue stick to seal it back shut before he gave it to me for my birthday.
Mike was always very greedy as a child. Mike was probably the worst person you could ever be friends with. Like, I'd hang out with him, and he'd just force us to play Mortal Kombat for hours at a time.
Oh, I used to love playing Mortal
Yeah,
Kombat.
I mean, nobody could defeat him. Maybe you could, but
I don't remember having too much trouble.
Yeah, well,
Back and
I had
forth.
a lot of trouble. I was too poor. I couldn't afford a fucking Nintendo. You know?
Well,
So,
that was a Super Nintendo. You didn't have a Sega either?
no, you know what? I did have a Sega. I had one game. That was back. Remember when you could rent the game from Blockbuster for
Yeah.
like $5? And,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, that was good. You'd save up all week just to get the.
Oh yeah,
get the
man! You go
one
down
video
there on
game.
like Friday and you have it till like Sunday night.
Yeah,
you have to get it
only
back or
get
there'd be
3
late
days.
fees.
Yeah. And that was living. You don't know nothing about that, do you?
No,
you
see
just
these
fucking
kids.
download them
Yeah,
from
these
the
kids today,
PlayStation now.
they just sign
Wait,
up for
it's
like
all-
Xbox Live and
it's
they get
all-
like all these free games
It's
and
all
everything.
instant gratification now. You fucking download the thing, you play the game, call your girl on Tinder. It's fucking crazy, doesn't it? It's fucking wild.
Wow. I don't think these young men here are downloading games and then picking up chicks on Tinder.
This guy-
Although he's laughing, smiling, pointing at you.
This guy's
He's
on
all
Tinder.
about it.
He's on Tinder.
What's that?
All right, that's 10
Yeah, that's all
F-bombs.
right. Yeah, thanks for coming on, Jay.
That's 10 F-bombs, so I had to come and tag
Jay.
Jay out.
I was enjoying that. We were telling some good stories while you were gone. While Jay was here.
I heard Mike Wright is the worst person to have as a friend growing up.
Well, that's what Jay said. Jay said he was the worst because he made him play Mortal Kombat for hours and hours and beat him every time. And
sounds like what we all did as kids.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. I said I played Mortal Kombat for hours and hours and hours. I don't know why that was a problem.
No, I'd hate to stonewall the show. Let's keep this bad boy
going.
going.
I was to say it was starting to really picking up some momentum, and then Duran came back.
My bad, folks. My bad. I like to think I'm an interesting individual. Let's come up with something to discuss.
You know what I think happened was before.
You know what's hot is that coronavirus.
We talked about that already.
Damn it.
Did we go back to your chili?
You know what's sweet is the Savers.
That's not on anymore. We're not watching that. That was the last show. That was the last show.
Raw's on.
Raw is
Oh wait,
on.
we're doing a new show?
I can't see it. No, the show before us was the Ranting Ron show.
Oh.
Did you know that Ranting Ron has a picture of Jay on his bedroom wall?
I did not know that.
Yeah, when Jay was up here, Ron kept saying, I got a picture of Jay on the wall. So I'm like, oh, he's got a picture of you on the wall. And he's like, no, in my dining room. And I'm like, oh, he's got a picture of you in his dining room. And he's like, no, my bedroom. And I was like, oh, he's got a picture of you on his bedroom wall. And then he goes, tell Jay I like his pizza. I'm like, he's right here. Like, why am I telling him? So now all the people who watch the show continuously saw that happen, and now they get to hear me tell the exact story, which has happened 5 minutes ago.
Except
so
nobody's watching.
You wanted to keep but they watch it in replay. So the crowd is out there. The crowd said we've got no viewers, but we get viewers afterwards. It does play on demand afterwards. So anybody watching on demand, thank you.
That's how I watched it. I watched it later.
Well, how would you watch it live?
That's my point.
Right, you're like, that's how I watch it. I watch it on demand. Well, of course you watch it on demand. How would you watch it live?
I lived it.
How would you? If you watched it live, it would be a really weird show because you'd just be staring at your phone the whole time. I'd be talking, you'd be going. These guys.
That Duran's such an idiot.
Like these guys, that one idiot just looking at his phone the whole time. Screeching.
We should. You're not blaming me for that, are you?
What I was going to say is before we went on last week, we blew through the show real fast. Everything was great. And then 2 seconds before we walked up to go on the air, I was like, you ready? And you're like, I don't feel like it. And it was just like, everything inside just came crashing down.
I affected your mood
like
for the
just
show?
like minutes before we walked out, it was like, all right, you ready? And you were like, not really. I'm just not feeling it. And I was just like, I was walking up and I was just like,
Well, I was very tired, but then we got going, and I feel pretty good now.
Well, you weren't drinking enough beers is the problem.
And
Here
I am.
at Magruders, where chicken wings are 65 cents a piece, and you get a nice, delicious bucket of beer, 5 of them for $14. You can't go wrong. I'm sure there's other drink specials, but these are just the specials I take part in.
And I've literally been drinking this whole time. Anyone watching this show could attest to that.
They don't know that could be water. That bottle is brown. There could be anything in there.
It's not water.
It is water. Mine is.
That's how you stay sharp. It's smart.
Smart water.
I'm not that smart.
Water.
I'm getting drunk.
Next week. Oh, speaking of drunk, we've got this banner up here for Nickel Tea Buffalo. Oh, we saw that. We're actually going to try.
Don't we have a guest next week?
We're do we have Nickel Tea Buffalo on the show next week?
Next week's the 8th.
Next week
James
is
rescheduled.
James from The Edge will be on next week. What did that have to do with me pointing at Nickel Tea Buffalo? Whoa! Chicken wings. Awesome. Thank you very much.
I don't know. You pointed at the computer and reminded me. I thought it would be a good thing to talk about our guest next week.
These are the 65-cent chicken wings I was talking about earlier. I didn't order them, but I'm going to eat them. Duran does not eat meat. We discussed this last week. So I guess boo, he's the vegan. Oh, Duran, these are vegan chicken wings. I just heard from the crowd. These are actually.
I ate a very filling not dog dinner.
Not dog dinner. Did you just say not dog dinner?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So anyway, these are actually
vegetarian chili not dogs for the record.
They
were fantastic.
These are way beyond meat. So you gotta eat one. These are definitely, you can tell just by looking at them that they're not actually chicken. So you should eat one on camera.
I assure you, and it's not because they don't look good. I assure you, I'm full.
Eat one.
This does not make for good television. So
I disagree.
Let's move on.
I'm trying to get a vegan to eat a chicken wing. Last week I tried to get Ron, who's never had alcohol, to drink beer.
Yes. It's not gonna happen, guys. So you're just wasting your breath.
Yeah, Duran is the worst.
So, looking
Duran is
forward.
the worst.
Our show.
Well, if you eat a wing, Ron will drink beer.
No, I'm gonna have to still not play that game.
That would have been the first time in his whole life that he drank beer. In his whole life.
It's
Remember the
probably
first
for
time?
the best.
Do you remember the first time I got you to drink beer?
I was crying.
I would love you to tell that. You were a crying mess. Why don't you tell that story?
We'll save that for a later date. What I wanted to get to before I forget is our guest next week is James Radio.
He is at
What's
James,
his handle?
At James Radio.
At James Radio, formerly Evil Jim. I've listened to him for years on 103.3 The Edge. What we really need to do, even though I really do love our guest,
I'm not feeling tonight. You can't do that tonight. Yeah, you got me all screwed up.
Well,
So
that's just part of the game.
What I was trying to say before is that this back here on the banner is Nickel T. Buffalo. As you can see, he is also doing a podcast. I was hoping to get him on the show next week had we not had James come. So the week after, maybe, I'm going to try to get Nickel T. Buffalo himself to come on the show.
I've never heard. I have been in Nickel T. Buffalo's presence on multiple occasions, and I have never heard Nickel T. Buffalo speak. So will that make for a good video podcast, Joe?
Can't be any worse than this one.
I thought this was good.
It was until you were like, I'm just not feeling it tonight.
That was the beginning of the show.
Right. It's been bad ever since then. And I'm eating on the air again.
Breaking rules. Breaking rules.
Breaking rules. It's what we do here.
They're unwritten rules, though, so it's like...
I'm going to write them
down. We're winded down.
I think we are winded down.
We are very much winded down. I think we do okay for ranting. Well, we're not the ranting show.
I was going to say, Ranting Ron is the ranting show.
That's a different show. So, my apologies.
And there he is. There's Ranting Ron.
Oh, he made it onto our show.
He promised he wouldn't more than once, and there he was.
That's his one time.
He can't help him. He can't help himself.
Goodness.
I almost jumped in on his show, and then I was like, no, that's unprofessional. I would never do that to someone because it's so unprofessional.
He's really managed to lay it on thick. He does.
Mm-mm. Just in general, I was talking.
Right, not too thick, just the right amount.
Just the right amount of thickness. That went somewhere weird.
The right amount of thickness. I could see
I'm
that.
Told we got 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you talk for some of that. Are you jump in when I feel you're boring?
He's gonna jump in really quick because I don't have anything to talk about right now. But with that being said, we're gonna do our best here. Magruders has treated us very well. We really have pretty much the run of the whole place and free reign to do pretty much whatever we want and just speak what's on our minds and make fools of myself because we all know Keith White Jr. isn't possibly capable of making a fool of himself.
Absolutely.
So I'll make a fool of myself all day long, and I really don't care because it's all fun. It's all fun at the end of the day.
Speaking of which, I don't know if you knew this or not, but did you know that Keith White Jr. is an international best-selling children's author of 41 Color With Me adventures available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, Tower Records sells them online. They don't have retail anymore in actual brick and mortar, but they have an online presence. You can get them locally at the Bookworm in East Aurora or at Dog Ears Books in South Buffalo. You know, it's just something I heard. It was just a rumor I heard. You know, I don't know if you'd heard that or not.
I feel like I've heard it more than most, but there's always someone new possibly viewing
Ranting
that
Ron
doesn't know that information.
And
so
actually, one time,
I will let you go on your spiel and talk your nonsense and nonsense.
And the one time where Ranting
so on
Ron
and so forth.
He jumped in, and I actually am okay with him jumping in. He did want me to say I did write a book for Nickel T. Buffalo as well, which that is.
I believe you drew that as well.
I did draw this as well. Very good, thank you. And that is actually from the cover of the book. 100% of the proceeds from the sale of that book all go to BB&G charity. And you see, even that charity, I'll plug anything. So I'll plug charities, I'll plug my books, I'll plug 65-cent wings here at Magruders and buckets of cheap beer.
That's what I started doing. I was plugging Magruders.
Oh, you were? Go ahead, you can do it too.
I was, and then you finished it. So I guess we're done. Thank you.
What do you got?
5. Now we got 5 minutes.
Oh, we're out.
That's 5 seconds.
We're out. Okay, I guess that's the end of the show. That was a weird end. Oh, I guess we're not done. So I'm going to say next week, join us. We got James Radio, which we did talk about, but I'll mention it again because Ron's giving me a thumbs up. He's waving. He's got his arms playing. I don't know what any of it means.
We're allowed to have a
It's all
proper
over the
send-off.
place. Either way, 103.3 The Edge Star James will be here next week. Used to be Evil Jim. I am Keith White Jr., international best-selling children's author.
And I'm Duran Gomez. Go fuck yourself, San Diego.